Huw Edwards' wife has revealed the presenter has been hospitalised following claims he paid a young person for explicit pictures. Vicky Flind, who shares 5 children with Edwards, said Huw is suffering from serious mental health issues. As is well documented, he has been treated for severe depression in recent years. The events of the last few days have greatly worsened matters. He has suffered another serious episode and is now receiving inpatient hospital care, where he'll stay for the foreseeable future. She explained that her husband would respond to the story himself when he was well enough to do so, and that he would only have been made aware of the allegation last Thursday. She continued that Huw is deeply sorry to all his colleagues who have been affected. talkTV reporter Oliver Whitfield-Miocic is at the BBC headquarters. Huw has spoken about his mental health struggles before, hasn't he, Ollie?
Yes, that's right. The BBC Star News presenter Huw Edwards has been very open about his struggles with mental health, dating back over the past 20 years. Speaking previously to Men's Health magazine, he talked about the severe depression, including anxiety, which would hit him like a wave and then go away. He's also talked about how sometimes it would leave him bedridden. Now, this is going to be of huge concern to the BBC, which has always maintained that Mr. Edwards' well-being was of their primary concern. This evening, in an updated statement to BBC staff, the Director General, Tim Davie, saying, "I want to reassure all of you that our immediate concern is our duty of care to all involved." It's going to be difficult now for the BBC to balance that duty of care alongside the investigation into these multiple allegations which this evening include further allegations from BBC staff members.
Well, the thing about Huw Edwards' condition now that he's in hospital, I mean, it has kind of poured a lot of cold water on this story, because a lot of outlets, journalistic outlets, including the BBC and The Sun, feel that they cannot progress with this story for the sake of him, for his family and his 5 children. And on a human level, I do feel very sorry for him, for them and him. Yeah. Whatever his alleged crimes, he's gone from hero to zero. He's lost everything.
I'm a journalist, but I have to say I'm ashamed of the journalists and my colleagues who are now going to do this, because when Meghan Markle, I'm sorry to bring you into this, but when Meghan Markle said she was suffering with mental health issues, they continued to write about her and ridicule her, and some people derided her and said, "No, she doesn't. I don't believe it."
But that's because
she wasn't in hospital.
No, I actually
Isabel
agree with you. I actually think you're making a perfectly reasonable point. I mean, how is it that this mental health cover, I'm not saying it's not anything other than authentic, but clearly he has a history of this, and even if he didn't, everything that's been said and done about him in the last week, even albeit anonymously, would give you pretty bad, serious mental health condition at this point. Yeah. But how come that is used as a reason to stop reporting, and everyone backs off, and everyone's now suddenly all hashtag be kind, be compassionate, and it's never been an excuse for anybody else.
And what about his alleged victims? What about let's feel sorry for his alleged victims?
Because that argument of, you know, we need to consider someone's mental health only applies to certain people. Yes. Only applies to the quote-unquote nation sweetheart. Yes. But, you know, when someone, like you so rightly said, Jade, and I've been thinking about this all day, actually, that, you know, Meghan Markle was not afforded the same grace. Yeah. When she talks about her mental health issues, we were told that she was lying. Yeah. Can never possibly believed. Yeah. Yeah. And so it can't apply to this mixed race woman, but it can apply to Huw Edwards. And it Schofield. Exactly. Yeah. And it should apply across the board, no matter who you are. Yeah. You know, we should have some consideration and we should have some grace when we have that dumping.
Don't you think we have a cultural problem with the whole concept of mental health?
I do
because
actually.
Once you say, once anybody says I've got mental health issues, you have to believe them. Yeah. Now, I'm not for a second saying that Huw Edwards hasn't got genuine health problems, mental health